Alrighty then, my roll chums, it is I, Daniel, you may call me the Pop Culture Dude, and we're back at it again with another Sonic Movie 2 news. So ever since this past week, they've been filming all of the Green Hill scenes at Fort Langley in Vancouver, and today should be the final day where they wrap up on Saturday morning. So eventually, doesn't mean they're going to be done with the entire movie, it's just that they're just wrapping up the Green Hill scenes. They have like a bonus additional 2 weeks until May 10th, which I'm curious, is that when they're going to film the scenes in Hawaii, just like what Tika Sumter promised? Like, if we're going to have the Hawaii setting, is it going to be like a vacation subplot, or is it going to be from the Sonic lore, like a live action Emerald Hill or Angel Island? Since we know from this past week we got our first looks of Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles looking so closer like to their Jack-specific action figures. I'm just kidding, I'm just comparing. But we also got our first look of James Marsden and Tika Sumter as Tom and Maddie, with a couple of video clips featuring both of them. And also we got our first look at Jim Carrey's Dr. Robotnik flying up for the Mean Bean coffee shop, where we get to see footage at G.U.N Soldiers aiming at him, but at the exact same time, more additional footage and bonus photos of the G.U.N Soldiers hot pursuit in the town of Green Hills, and even Wade riding on a scooter. So everything for what we're expecting from the Green Hills town, we pretty much get the idea for what the scene is going to be based on about. But very interestingly, we got even more on-set photos, and it definitely features Sonic, Tails, and no bodiless Knucklehead. Boo! Come on, I'm not the only one that will think of a cheesy pun like that. I mean, come on. He looks like his head is stuck in a kebab like in a PG-13 or R-rated movie. But other than that, it's kind of weird to see Knuckles without a body, but I understand why they're doing it, just because, you know, his height in comparison to Sonic and Tails, Knuckles is the tallest and strongest, Tails is the shortest, and Sonic is like in the middle height. So basically, they're like Alvin the Chipmunks, but except they don't have high squeaky voices, they're more heroic. We even get to see a lot more on-set photos that even the creator of Sonic the Hedgehog, Yuji Naka, acknowledges on the pose. And we get to see Sonic, Tails, and bodiless Knuckles again, where nobody knows, pun intended, where they're literally standing next by the Mean Bean coffee shop, which I definitely know that carries a big significance in the scene. Besides being a reference to Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine video game, Robotnik literally escapes from the Mean Bean coffee shop with the G.U.N Soldiers aiming at him, with Tom and Maddie arriving in the scene, but as well as Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles are literally standing nearby it. So it carries like a big significance during the action sequence. We get to see a lot more buzz on-set photos where this one mother on Instagram decided to post pictures of her 2 kids that are literally nearby Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles in the background. Even this one shot where Sonic is standing nearby a bus for like the stand-in walk-ins as they're shooting the scene. And it definitely reminds me of the old design that they eventually used. Yes, the old design with the meow, where he basically looks like a blue dummy, and then we got some much better upgrades thanks to our outcry backlash to redesign Sonic, where they actually listen to the fans and care about them. But either way, I cannot take Knuckles seriously with the head on the stick. I imagine there's gonna be a bunch of memes, including my personal favorite of Ugandan Knuckles. No do way, but to stand together, Knuckles strong. For Uganda, we're going strong to us and our Canada tribe free.
Do you know the way? Let us find the way, my brothers. We'll find the way. 3, 2, 1, go!
I always wanted to do that. But all jokes aside, I really dig these on-set photos, including the one that Sonic is there by himself in the perspective of the camera in the cinematography lenses. I definitely like the on-set photos that features this clapperboard that says Sonic the Hedgehog 2, so it's good to see that there. There's even some nice nods for learning how to be more friendly into your environment. Real Earth Day challenge with Sonic, Tails, and Eggman from Sega, so I thought it was cool. We even get to see these 2 adorable kids holding We Love Donut Lord, and we will get to Donut Lord in a second, but I appreciate this Twitter user who eventually shows me these very interesting photos of the storyboard leaks for what is supposedly happening in the scene with Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles in the middle of the town. So coming up with our first look on this Instagram post with the second unit director of Sonic the Hedgehog 2, we definitely get to see blurry shots of the storyboard arts where we get to see Sonic up close to the camera shots, and we get to see Tails and Knuckles side by side in the blurry shot like it is in real life. We get to see a giant robot in the background. If you think I'm over exaggerating, look what Justice said. Look at these storyboards with artistic lens now. On the last section of the panels, I'm seeing a large figure standing on 2 legs, and I'm thinking that the trio Sonic, Knuckles, and Tails are looking up at said figure. I think it might be a Robotnik mech. To be honest, it kinda does. I mean, it looks like a Star Wars AT-AT Walker, but all jokes aside, it definitely looks like Dr. Robotnik's gonna have more upgraded, more dangerous, and even more bigger Batniks and machines, because in the first movie, he was hunting down Sonic and Tom, right? For this one, I can tell he's gonna be a straight-up villain, causing all the dangers in the town Green Hills, which makes me assume, which side is G.U.N on? Is it like, are they after Robotnik, are they after Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles, or are they both? I'm kinda confused, but I need a specific answer soon. But also reminds me that, oh yeah, since Dr. Robotnik is basically just making all the danger, this reminds me there is a brand new Onset Photo that features Robotnik. It definitely makes a lot of sense why Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles are like in their spin dash move, because what if they're gonna do like an ultimate spin dash move when they're gonna take down the giant Robotnik mech for what I see in the storyboard arts. But speaking of Robotnik, let's see his new improved evolution! So after seeing Robotnik again with his big bushy mustache and his bald head and his new black attire, we definitely get to see this brand new Onset Photo where we get to see Donut Lord himself, James Marsden, on the set by this G.U.N Soldier, and I'm thinking that's the gun commander from the last video I covered. This we could definitely get to see the backside of Dr. Robotnik. Whether that's Jim Carrey or a stunt double, I don't really care. I truly dig the new look of Dr. Robotnik, and I know most of you are gonna say, why is he not wearing the red suit? Why is he not wearing that? Well, I'm eventually gonna think that's gonna like evolve later in the final act where you're gonna get the more video game actor Robotnik, but hey, at least he's bald and at least he has the goggles and the bushy mustache from the last photos, and I definitely dig like the dark, evil, sinister look. I mean, it's like in the song where evil grows in me. So as a huge hardcore Jim Carrey fan, I'm definitely gonna get some cosplaying ideas since I dressed as Robotnik in the first Sonic movie. Now I get to know what I'm gonna wear in the theaters of April 8, 2022. With all of its nonsense, for my grasp on sanity remains absolute. Is that right, Stone? And the fact that I like that his dress shoes are definitely like a nice homage for what he wore in the first movie, and it kind of reminds me of Jim Carrey's dress shoes that he wore in the UK premiere of the Sonic the Hedgehog movie. So for his new trench dark coat, I eventually say response, Troy. So yeah, since you know I'm a huge Jim Carrey fan, you know I'm gonna like non-stop quoting Jim Carrey references no matter if you get annoyed by it, because if Dr. Robotnik is nearby on the set next to Tom Wachowski, it's probably in Dr. Robotnik's evil genius mind. I know just what to do. I'll say this once again as a hardcore diehard Jim Carrey fan, for a guy who's not really into sequels, I'm 100% satisfied that he's reprising his role as Dr. Robotnik for Sonic the Hedgehog 2. It's his third sequel in his career. After Ace Ventura 2, Dumb and Dumber 2, he decides to play Dr. Robotnik once again for Sonic the Hedgehog 2. So eventually, when they officially started wrapping up all the scenes that they need for Green Hills that's being taken place at Fort Langley, now we can all expect the idea for what the scene is going to be involving with, where Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles are in a big action sequence facing Dr. Robotnik's mechs that involves the gun units, but as well as Tom and Maddie being involved in the scene, and I'm so happy that they actually take elements from Sonic the Hedgehog 2, Sonic 3 and Knuckles, Sonic Adventure 2, and even Sonic Heroes. So I think it's pretty cool that they actually got like a lot of video game Easter eggs that's going to be sound very faithful for the sequel, especially including the idea that we only got 2 weeks left until they officially wrap up production. So I'm curious from what's left. Hopefully it's Hawaii. That's either Emerald Hill or Angel Island. I don't really care. I just really want to know like what are the scenes for Hawaii basically means. So yeah, that's it for today's video, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I'll stay tuned to updates for more future Sonic Movie 2 news content, and I'll definitely see you guys in the next video. Take care now. Bye bye then.